Well, we were talking softball.
Yeah.
About Steve Saxon is running with the law.
And King Griffey Jr., and what was wrong with his jaw?
I think it was grotesquely swollen.
Oh, really?
Welcome to Seattle Side Up TV. My name is Abraham Deweese, and with us is Matthew Page. Today we're talking Mariners baseball. Why?
I really don't know why.
We don't know why. We feel like we have to.
Yeah.
We owe it to you.
We really do.
And if you stuck around this long, then
we apologize.
We apologize. Because they're no good. Well, we're wearing our Mariners minor league hats because we've already looked towards the minor league teams.
They're more exciting. They're more exciting to
are.
watch.
I have my Everett Aqua Sox hat with sideways trident.
Yes, and I've got the Rainiers rocking on my head.
But you didn't
Steve
dial in to watch us talk about the minor leagues. We'll talk about the Mariners instead. Well, this week they had a 4-game series with the Giants and a 3-game series with the Astros. We've seen some amazing, interesting acquisitions in one Edgar Martinez.
My name is Abraham Deweese.
And we've also seen a team that's kind of floundered in certain games and looked great in other games. Basically where we're at, though, is the Mariners are sitting in fourth place in the AL West. Yeah, fourth place. 7.5 games back of the AL West, 5.5 games back of the wild card.
Inconsistency is the name of the game, unfortunately.
I wish it was winning. I wish winning was the name of the game. But they actually did okay against a team that's doing quite well in the National League West.
Yes, the San Francisco Giants. They played an interesting series, a 4-game series. 2 there and 2 here. And so it was kind of like a playoff series.
We're missing the tiebreaker.
Yeah, where's game 5?
What do they call it? The rubber match? I think it's called the rubber match.
I don't know. I think MLB was trying to spin it as 2 different series. But it's not. It was the same team, and there was no day break between the two. So it was a 4-game series.
But the results were actually pretty decent, considering that the Giants are a good team.
Yeah, we split the series with them. We finished 2-2 against them, and there were times when we played very well and looked very good.
And there were times that we played poorly.
And I'm trying not to mention those.
Okay, didn't we get our backside handed to us by Ryan Vogelsong? Ryan Vogelsong.
I tried to block it out of my memory. Yes, we did. But the key thing to remember, though, is we got big starts from Felix, who bounced back from the worst game of his career.
Oh, I saw that you listed him as your SSU player of the series.
Yeah, I mean, it just showed the veteran presence, the amount of confidence he has, that he could just shake off a 1-out outing against the Astros the prior start and come out and just dominate a potential playoff caliber lineup and outpitch one of the best pitchers in the NL, Madison
Bumgarner. Yeah, definitely.
He definitely put his game face on. He went out there and he pitched a hell of a game.
Went 8 innings, gave up 4 hits, but had 5 strikeouts. Most importantly, a big goose egg and runs, which the Giants are pretty good at getting those little sneaky runs.
They play what they do is they play the small ball and defense and pitching. Basically the kind of game the Mariners should be playing.
Yeah, playing in a pitcher's park, you think that's what they would focus on.
Yeah, whatever.
So Taijuan Walker had a great game too, didn't he?
Yes, he did. He showed up and he's really He's put his game back together again. He had a rocky stretch in the beginning of the season, but in the last couple starts, I think he's really finally found his groove.
Now, Mike Montgomery and J Happ, I don't think they got the wins, but they still look decent.
They got quality wins, or not quality wins, quality starts, I believe is the metric.
Yeah.
Quality starts. It's just made up metric, but anyway, they both pitched reasonably well and long and deep into the games and provided very low run counts by the other team. Basically, they gave us a chance to win.
They kept us in the game. That's the important thing. Quality starts are what? You must make it 6 innings.
6 innings, and it's under 3 runs or less allowed.
3 or fewer. Yeah, yes. Definitely. Now, as we had the SSU Player of the Week, you also had your least effective player of the week.
Yes, Mark Trumbo. I've taken to calling him Dumbo Trumbo. I'm really sorry, but it fits.
Dude, if Mark Trumbo's mom is watching right now, you just We just lost a subscriber.
I'm terribly sorry, Mrs. Trumbo.
But you should have birthed a better baby.
Wow.
I'm sorry, it's on her.
Yeah. Well, he finished the series against the Giants with a total line of 8 out of 44 with 0 home runs and 1 RBI since the day we acquired him from the Diamondbacks. That's 2 weeks.
2 weeks of non-performance.
Of nothing. And he even missed some time with an injury.
So the game on today, on Sunday the 21st, Mark Trumbo, they had him batting second in the lineup. Can you explain that to me? Why is Logan Morrison a power hitter hitting first, and then, a power hitter with no, that strikes out way too often. And then you put Trumbo behind him, another power hitter that strikes out way too often.
I think it's a combination of 2 factors. I think it's I think it's McClendon saying that he's trying absolutely everything. He's going to give absolutely everything, throw everything against the wall and see what sticks. Just to get a rise out of this offense. He's trying absolutely everything. And the other thing is he's trying to show to his GM, his boss, how bad of a roster construction that he was given. I mean, how inflexible this roster is and how poorly constructed it was. And by throwing out lineups like this, it's embarrassing, but it makes his point.
It makes his point, and maybe there's also, like you said, there's just nothing else to do.
What else there really isn't. You don't have anything to lose at this point, unfortunately.
Well, the Mariners actually did better in this weekend series. They may have lost today, but they won 2 of 3 against the Astros.
They did, and that's a big deal because what it does is it knocks down the first place team, and if you knock down the first place team, you get closer to first place.
That's right. We used to be 8.5 games out. We're now 7.5 games out.
Woo-wee.
Yes! All right. It's a long uphill climb. But Walker, we saw Taijuan Walker pitch again very well. Whatever problems he had in the first 2 months have been corrected.
Cured. Yeah. No, I'm on board. I'm loving Taijuan Walker right now. He's definitely putting it behind him, and he's looking good. He struck out 11 people.
And Mrs. Trumbo, your baby boy, hit his first home run. Mark Trumbo hit his first home run as a Mariner.
And raised his overall line to 10 out of 56 with 1 home run and 5 RBIs this series.
You did great, Mark Trumbo.
That's almost hitting 200 since becoming a Mariner. Almost.
But he's not the only problem on this team.
No, he's not.
There's
a lot
other
of
problems. One Dustin Ackley is hitting 184.
190 now, actually, as of today. Okay. 190. And I hate to say it, he's a great contributor off the field, but on the field, I mean, he's not cutting it, and he doesn't have the glove to carry the bat.
He's not a quality defensive player. He can play average defensively at left field, but
if you're talking
amazing,
if you're talking like a Ray Ordonez situation or a Omar Vizquel kind of glove at short or something like that, where you could write off the offense because his defense is that good at a skilled position, then you could make the case. But Dustin Ackley is playing left field or pinch hitting, as he did today, I believe, and he is not hitting at all.
What are we going to do? How do we catch the Astros? We're 7.5 games out. Are there moves that we can do, or are we just praying?
I think at this point, it's almost better to blow up the team and start fresh for next year.
So you're talking about deconstructing the team, basically. Who are we going to get rid of? Who would we have that other teams would want?
Well, you have 2 options. You can go the longer view, which would be trading prospects for maybe major league talent, maybe not. You could go the quick-term view, which is potentially trading major league talent for major league talent. But the honest truth is who I would trade. I would investigate a Nelson Cruz trade. Mark Trumbo, if we pay most of his salary, we could probably still get something for him somehow. I mean, he still has the power, and in a hitter's park, he'd probably go back to his old self.
Mariners are stuck, though. I mean, there's a lot of I'm sure a lot of teams would love to have Cruz. Mm-hmm. You say Trumbo. I don't know who wants Trumbo. I don't know who wants Cano with his 25 a year.
No one's going to trade for Cano at this point. His contract is immovable, and it might even be immovable all the way to the end. But there's other pieces. There's maybe Furbush out of the bin, out of the bullpen. Maybe Wilhelmsen out of the bullpen. There might be a pennant race team that wants an extra arm out of their bullpen.
Yeah, these are just minor pieces, though. Do you think? Okay, I don't think they're going to do that. I mean, I think Jackie Z already went all in, and that would just be like wishful thinking that they blow this up with some dynamite. But look at what they just recently did. They added Edgar Martinez as the hitting coach and got rid of Howard Johnson. Old Hojo got the boot, got kicked out to bring in Edgar. And I wrote an article about this week about this, and I think that's a terrible idea.
So do I. The reason why I think it is, at least, is because he's not going to be able to correct this team, and he's going to have to be the one taking the fall again.
I've always noticed that the first guy to take the fall on any team is the batting coach.
He absolutely is. Yes.
I call it I call it like scapegoat, right?
Yeah,
it's basically a scapegoat. Yeah. It's a position that has never made anybody worse, and may have made one or two players better. There is no way Edgar comes in and fixes everything.
No, and the honest truth is that veterans like Nelson Cruz, Kyle Seager, Robinson Cano, none of these are actually going to be changed. They're not going to listen to Edgar. They have their own routines. They know how to do things, and they're going to do their own thing. Hitting
coaches make a difference in the minors. They don't make that big a difference in the majors.
They really don't. Unless you're doing something so obvious that your wife can point it out on camera. You know what I mean?
Right. Well, I'm terrified they're going to ruin his legacy, because if he comes in and he's a disaster, he could get involved in this whole political toxic environment and maybe storm out, just angry.
Frustrated, angry. Yeah, I only see it as a waste.
It's a waste of time. Howard Johnson wasn't really to blame. I mean, no. Like you said, is Hojo going to go in and tell Cano, stop hitting 240? You should take my advice. That just isn't going to happen.
Well, he could go in and do that, but Cano ain't going to pay attention.
Exactly. All your best instruction is done at the minor league level. Yes. Your best instruction is done with a rookie, and they just don't have that many rookies on the major league roster. That's not the way Zorinsek has set up the team.
Not that many quality rookies.
Well, yeah. But I mean, matter, it's mostly veteran players.
It is.
The guys who are less likely, like you said.
Yeah, they get in there. They know their routines. They've done it before, and they know how to do it. They just
one of the big arguments is that, well, okay, Edgar will come in and change this environment of this whole locker room. How would he change this?
He's never been a very good public speaker.
He was never a talker.
And if you read, I clearly remember the interviews with him. Over the course of his career, he'd have interviews, and they'd ask him what made him so great, and even he didn't have an idea. I mean, really, honestly,
just good, I guess.
Honestly, he didn't know. It came naturally to him, and those are the kind of people that you don't really want to be a coach.
Right. Well, additionally, what did I always hear? I always heard Edgar leads by example.
Yeah.
Well, he's not in the field anymore, and he doesn't have the bat in the hand anymore. What kind of example is he going to set?
Well, and how much is McClendon going to let him make that example?
Right. Well, Hojo was McClendon's boy.
Yeah.
Hojo and McClendon and Van Slyke, they're all, best buds. Mm-hmm. So I almost feel like this came from up above. Mm-hmm. Hey, I'm Howard Lincoln. I'm having lunch with Edgar Martinez. Hey, let's have him on the team.
You're a potential Hall of Famer. You were a Mariner. You should be our batting coach.
Yeah. More meddling.
And that's the extent of the thought that went into it, really. I think it will end poorly. Maybe it won't go to the extent that you're talking about, where he throws his arms up and storms out, and it's a big dust cloud or whatever. But the bottom line is I would not expect him to see him as the batting coach in 2016.
I wouldn't either. But you know what? Weirder things could happen. They brought up James Jones. He didn't really accomplish much today.
No.
But what if he gets hot? What if Trumbo figures it out? Logan Morrison seems like he's starting to figure it out. There's stranger things have happened, but my God, they're going to need a lot of strange things.
They need everything possible to go wrong For the Astros, the Rangers, the Angels, and
everything to go right for them.
Why am I forgetting the last team?
The Athletics.
There we go.
Well, the Athletics are way out of it.
Yeah, no, they need everything go wrong for every team above them, and we need everything right to go right for us. And the likelihood of that is damn near impossible.
Supernatural.
Supernatural.
Yes.
Okay. We're calling it Supernatural now.
Let's engage in a 2015 Supernatural season.
The Supernatural Cup?
Well, on that note, I would like to apologize to Mark Trumbo's mother.
Yes.
I do not believe what I actually said, that you should have not had Mark Trumbo, but you should have not had him on our team. That I will still stand.
That's your fault.
That is on you.
Yeah.
Yes.
We'd also like to apologize to Mariner fans for the Mariners being the Mariners.
Go watch.
What did you expect?
Everett Aquasox just opened. Go catch a game up there.
Absolutely. Good times.
If you're in the South Sound, Tacoma Rainiers are always available. Bop into a Mariners game. There's some fireworks events coming up.
Every once in a while, yeah.
All right, well, we got to run. I'm Abraham Deweese with SSU TV, and this is Matthew Page signing off. Have a good day, guys. Yeah, I shouldn't have told them that Mark Trumbo's.
I like the apology, but then you reeled it back, but then not all the way.